and the rage of people in this country.
And by the way, you might have seen this, there was some reporting that there was some kind of beef between these two high-profile inmates.
Something that two of the biggest cases that we...
In a Manhattan hotel last week.
Meanwhile, Diddy has a surprise. Connection to accused United Healthcare CEO killer Luigi Mangione. The entertainment world has been rocked by unexpected developments linking Luigi Mangione, an enigmatic figure in the business world, to the ongoing legal drama surrounding Shah Diddy Combs as Diddy faces mounting allegations. Mun's name has surfaced, leaving many to question the nature of their connection and its broader implications in a shocking twist. Two of the most high-profile criminal cases currently dominating headlines have become unexpectedly intertwined. Luigi Mangione, the man accused of assassinating United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in broad daylight in Midtown Manhattan, shares a surprising legal connection with music mogul Shah Diddy Combs, who faces serious federal charges of trafficking and racketeering. While their crimes are vastly different, their legal defenses are now overlapping in a way no one.
Luigi Mangione spent his first full day in a federal facility known as Hell on Earth. The 26-year-old accused assassin is being held in isolation here at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, known for appalling conditions and rampant inmate violence. Look, chilling surveillance video shows an inmate stabbed 44 times last April. Miraculously, he survived.
Let's turn to Diddy, who spent his 94th day behind bars with a trip to court where he was greeted inside by sons Christian and Justin.
Another day, another dawn. Come on.
How are you feeling today?
Our ET producer was inside and says Diddy appeared freshly shaven with recently dyed hair. Diddy mouthed, "You good?" to his sons, who gave a thumbs up. As for his first Christmas incarcerated, well, it's not going to look like this.
Combs family Christmas. Yeah, I like gifts too now. I'm so merry.
Look, chilling surveillance video shows an inmate stabbed 44 times last April. Miraculously, he survived.
Merry Christmas. Let's get it.
Let's turn to Diddy, who spent his 4th day behind bars with a trip to court where he was greeted inside by sons Christian and Justin Day. Another our ET producer was inside and says Diddy appeared freshly shaven with recently dyed hair. Diddy mouthed, "You good?" to his sons, who gave a thumbs up. As for his first Christmas incarcerated, well, it's not going to look like this. Diddy will be given a...
After processing, Mangione will be moved to a special housing unit on the 18th floor, where he will share common space with a famous prisoner, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, who is awaiting trial for trafficking charges, which he denies. Breakfast this morning consisted of cereal and skim milk. Lunch was a fish sandwich, baked potato, and green beans. Dinner is Italian, lasagna with meat sauce or pasta fagioli.
During the holidays, it's terribly lonely. He will be able to get a holiday visit, assuming visitors are approved. I don't think that will happen at this time.
Sam Mangle is a prison consultant familiar with the facility.
If you were counseling Mangione, what would you tell him to survive?
Try to keep as low profile as possible. Obviously, where he is now, he will be fine. If he is sentenced to time, he will be extorted because of his family. He absolutely will be taken advantage of, whether it's physically, financially, emotionally.
Today, questions are being raised about the massive display of force used when Mangione was brought to New York City. Even Mayor Eric Adams was there to look him in the eye.
I want to send a very clear and loud message that this act of terrorism would not be tolerated in the city.
Christmas lunch of Cornish chun macaroni and cheese and a dessert holiday. Activities will include a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Manon 26 is being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center MDC in Brooklyn, a notoriously harsh federal facility infamous for violence and poor conditions. Coincidentally, this is the same prison where Combs is currently detained as he awaits his May 2025 trial. Reports confirm that Mangione and Combs are housed in the same special housing unit. although they remain isolated from the general prison population due to the high-profile nature of their cases. After processing, Mangione will be moved to a special housing unit on the 18th floor, where he will share common space with a famous prisoner, music mogul Diddy Combs, who is awaiting trial for trafficking charges, which he denies. Breakfast this morning consisted of cereal and skim milk. Lunch was a fish sandwich, baked potato, and green beans. Dinner is Italian lasagna with meat, sauce, or pastafel. Sam Mangle is a prison consultant familiar with the facility. Today, questions are being raised about the
I think I have to take a departure from the crime scenes and do something else. But I did find that hilarious.
Display of force used when Mangione was brought to New York City. Even Mayor Eric Adams was there to look him in the eye. But the most shocking connection lies within their legal teams. Luigi Mangione recently retained AED Karen as his defense attorney. Karen is married to Mark Agnifilo, who just so happens to be representing Diddy.
Your Honor, he's not a symbol. He's somebody who is afforded the right to a fair trial. He's innocent until proven guilty.
Luigi Mangione, the man accused of gunning down the United Healthcare CEO in the middle of Manhattan, won't be back in court when we had expected. His federal court date's been pushed back so that his formidable defense team and one of the country's most successful prosecution offices can prepare to do battle. This comes as we are learning new details about Mangione's background and what he allegedly did to prepare for this apparent assassination. Attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs are fighting a lot of battles on a lot of different fronts lately, and likely spent their holiday crafting motions to try to curtail the amount of legal action the disgraced music mogul is facing. But one of the strangest cases involves a Michigan prison inmate who claims that Combs raped him in the 90s. A judge had initially granted a massive $100 million judgment in his favor, but after that was overturned, Derek Cardello Smith is now pushing forward with his lawsuit, and he says he plans to call pop icon Jennifer Lopez as a witness.
In his federal trafficking case, Mark Agnifilo, a high-profile criminal defense lawyer, is expected to assist Karen in defending Mangione, creating a surprising overlap between these two infamous cases. This power couple is now navigating two of the most high-profile and complex criminal defenses in the country. Meanwhile, Diddy has a surprise connection to accused United Healthcare CEO killer Luigi Mangione, out of Luigi, just hired defense attorney Karen Fredman AGN, who is married to Diddy's lawyer Mark,
and outweighs the best interest of the public and the defendant in a speedy trial. So you see those competing interests here. And by the way, I will talk about that defense in a minute, because this may be raised at a preliminary hearing or maybe some pretrial motions. We'll talk about it. But right now, this 26-year-old is charged federally through a criminal complaint. So this is not a formal indictment. A complaint is just a precursor to either an indictment or a preliminary hearing, which again might be scheduled for February. But just days after that, Mangione is scheduled to be in state court for an appearance, because that is where he has already been indicted. Mangione is charged in New York State Court with 11 counts, including murder in the first degree, criminal possession of a weapon, and having a forged instrument. And that is in connection with Mangione allegedly using a ghost gun, a weapon made from at least some 3D parts, to shoot Brian Thompson as he walked to the Hilton Hotel in Manhattan. So that's the allegation. And officials say he was lying in wait, ready for Thompson as he walked past, heading for an investors conference for the healthcare giant.